So we're going to break down how witches and warlocks actually ruin your life. So basically what happened is that a warlock needs an access point. They need an access point. And often they find an access point through a wound that you have not healed. So it could be abandonment, it could be rejection, it could be insecurities, it could be self-sabotage. They like to find a wound that you have not healed in order to have an access point. So let's jump into this. So, what is it that they actually target? Well, they like to target your light force energy, your joy, your voice, your creative spark, and yes, even your womb energy as well, too, because your womb energy is what you need to actually create. They want your spiritual battery, and without it, they're nothing, okay? And so, what happens is that they can also target your actual timeline. That's also a thing. So once they get your light and they target that first, then they start messing around with your timeline. And so they mess around with your opportunities, your divine assignments, your relationships, yes. And so they reroute your whole entire path back into a cycle of delay and back into a cycle in spirit of stagnation, okay? And so here are some common methods that they actually interfere with your energy. Now, these creatures, they love to play in your dream state. Yes, dream manipulation is their number one thing. They like to enter in your dream state, and this is how they drain your energy. They implant false scenarios and false timelines. You will wake up feeling tired, confused, and emotionally disturbed after you feel a warlock or witch playing in your dream state. They also do energetic ciphering. Yes, they leave your cords to your field like a check-in in a pool. It's like a push and pull and like a check-in. Like you ever feel like somebody's checking in on you or something like that, or somebody's watching you? That's what they also do. Another way that they interfere is they interfere with your spiritual contracts. Yes, if you have old agreements with these warlocks that you have not canceled or cleared out, cords and contracts with these warlocks, they will interfere with your life in this lifetime. Okay. And so these are previous lifetime contracts that you had with these individuals that gives them spiritual legal right access to your energy. So it could be formed again through trauma, manipulation, and deception. Okay, so here are some real consequences of dealing with the witch or warlock. The first thing is that you will lose your stability. Yes, your finances, your business, and everything will start to crumble. It will start to feel like you're penny pinching. You will feel like you got to always move, or you just can't get your rent paid, your bills paid on time. It's because you are still cord tied to a warlock, okay? Also, they will block you from real divine relationships and divine connections as well too. So yes, they will cause you to keep attracting broken relationships. So let's say you dealt with a warlock 20 years ago, okay? You dealt with a warlock 20 years ago and you kept attracting broken relationships after that. This is the cause of it. That warlock still has a cord attachment to you and they still blocking you from divine assignments and relationships and contracts that you are supposed to be aligned with. They also cause chronic fatigue, which can lead up to severe illnesses and sometimes even possibly death. So that's also a really serious thing as well too, because they drain your life force so much that you just completely check out. Okay. They also mess with your self-confidence. It's almost like you don't have the confidence to really believe in yourself to even want to change. You may even feel like I can't change. It's no point. I can't do it. It's just like you give completely up your willpower. And so therefore you don't even believe that things will change around in your life. Okay? So here's the thing, spiritual legal aspects of this really does matter. And so in the spiritual realm, permission actually matters, whether they're doing it consciously or unconsciously. Cords, contracts, and vows all act as open doors. And so they can cause interferences. So until these are closed in spiritual court and the interferences has no legal right to remain, you will continue to experience this or go through certain setbacks in your life. Okay, here are some ways that you can protect yourself. The one is first get an energetic field scan and see who's ciphering your energy, who's in your energy, and if you have anything going on in spiritual court. The next one is file a spiritual court petition to remove the spiritual legal rights and permission for them to access you. Then after that, you want to do a seal with a firewall. Yes, you want to create a protective seal to prevent any future attacks and reflect it back to the sender. Okay. And then the last one is making sure that you keep up with your daily maintenance. Keeping your aura, your home, and your work spiritually cleansed and energetically cleansed is going to stop this energy from coming in. Regularly affirm your boundaries in prayer and declarations. Now, again, if you need assistance with this, you need help with this, please check the link in my bio. But I want to ask you again today, okay? What are some patterns of bad luck streaks in your life that may have actually have been the result of spiritual interferences? Maybe your life is just peachy pea and nobody goes through this, right? I doubt it. Okay, you are not powerless. Your divine authority is your defense, and you got to learn how to step into it. And I'm going to help you through that, okay? And I'm going to close it out with a prayer. By the authority of the Most High God, I close every door, I revoke every permission, and cut every court access from any warlock, witch, or worker of iniquity against my life. My light, my source, my timeline, and my destinies are sealed under God's covenant, untouchable and protected forever. I love y'all. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll see you next time.